So what we need to do next is we need to go and add in the when you touch the good block and the bad block here. So let's put this down below the override function touches began here. And by the way, if your touches began override function doesn't look like this, take a few seconds to make it look exactly like this and make sure that that global variable is in there. So what we're going to be doing is in this for touches, we need to do touch location is equal to node at point, and that node at point is going to be touch location. Okay, and that's going to make sure that when you touch the node, it's going to work there. Okay, and it should be touched node, not touch location, just like that here. Okay, we need to add in two functions. We'll say touched green block. Okay, and then we'll add in another function here. Will be touched red block. Okay, and I'm just going to clear up the space here. We'll make sure that this is touched green block, and then we'll say touched red block. Okay, so within touched green block, we're going to say if touch node dot name is equal to, and it has to be the exact same name. So it's good block name and bad block name. So we'll say good block name. So if, and it has to be a double equals, by the way. So if indeed it is a good block name, then we need to do a few things here. We're going to say score. We want to make sure that the indentation is correct. May sound silly, but you want to make sure that your code looks good. So we'll say touch node dot remove from parent, and then we're going to say we need to update the score. Function update score. We're going to go to lbl score dot text is equal to, and we'll just say score. Now, when we set this up here, so let's just go to our score here. Yeah, we want to make sure that it's the same, whether you print score or just print the number, it's up to you. So since we're going to be adding that line of code in, we'll say update score, because there could be multiple things here. You can change the size or something like that. But let's say you just say update score. And I think that's about it here. Now, if the touch node, if we go to the red block here, we'll say if touch node dot name is equal to, and we'll say bad block name, and it has to be the same. So if you miss a capital, it won't work. Okay, what we'll do is we'll say, and go all the way to the bottom here, we'll call this, we'll add in a function called game over logic, and we'll add in another function here. We'll call this reset the game, and we'll reset the game there. So within game over logic, we'll reset the game, and we will set those functions up in a different tutorial. Hop back up to the top here, okay? And you want to make sure it's a double equals, and all we're going to do is call game over logic. So if you touch the block. Now, another thing that we should talk about is, even though the blocks are green and red, we should say this is good block and this is bad block. Okay, and that means we have to recall these, because these touch green block is a function that no longer exists. So touch good block and then touch bad block. All right, so you want to make sure that that does indeed work. Okay, so there we go. So look at that. We now have a touch good block and a touch bad block here. Again, you want to make sure the name is exactly the same. And one thing I like to do is literally copy it and paste it in. Okay, that way we know for sure that it is the exact name here. Okay, this concludes the tutorial.